What's going on, guys? This week we're going to talk about two things. First is going to be a little concept of a technique that incorporates the natural harmonics that we can find within the 12th position of the E minor pentatonic, which we talked about last week. So we'll use this as an example from one of the examples from the last week. So you looked at, man, I am getting tongue-tied, but we're going to keep going with this. So last week we had an example that was similar to this. Now, in that example, you can kind of go across the 12th fret two ways. You can bar and roll, or you can bar and keep it the same to have like some sustain or add some tension between the notes. Or you can use two fingers, keep it nice and fluid, separate. I personally like to roll, and sometimes it goes together and you never know what you're gonna get. So, but we are hitting the 12th fret there, which also has natural harmonics. So when you're in a shape in an area like that with those harmonics, it's really cool to incorporate them into the licks, like so. And yes, just food for thought there. Now, the big topic that I wanted to cover was the topic of pre-bending. And this can be used in various ways, but to those of you who don't know what pre-bending is, it is exactly as it sounds. You pre-bend a string, and then you pick it. Real simple concept. It can be challenging to pull off correctly. And that's usually due to the amount of bend that needs to occur before you pick it, and if it's in between a fast note pattern. So the concept of that, we'll take this. And there we're pretty much hitting a note. And then we're going to achieve the note again, but 2 frets lower and bending up to it. That was not correct. As you see there, that's a perfect example of how to not do it correctly, because I picked the note as I was bending it upwards. So. And yeah, so that's kind of the second concept, and that's really fun to do, especially after kind of runs. Kind of really creates a nice mood to things. Now, keep in mind though, you can also use microtonal bends, which are essentially not bending a full half or whole step there. And in blues playing, that is very important to the concept of creating feel. So instead, it takes away from a lot of the mechanicals too. Kind of really helps emphasize feeling. And we'll talk more about that in another video, though. I really do want to cover that. So, with that being said, there's two little concept ideas to add to your playing. Links to the tabs for a few examples will be in the description of the video. And I hope you guys had a great weekend and are having a great week so far on your Monday. And I think that's all I need to talk about. Yeah. So, have a great week. And we'll see you next week.